To Blurred Lens Pictures. I'm Brent Norrie, and we're continuing our live reading series of the new novel, The Flower Maker Part 2. Again, as always, you can catch up on all of these videos on my channel, Blurred Lens Pictures. Please like and subscribe. Let's get that out of the way. Appreciate you if you do a lot. And if you share this or talk to people about it, um, or also if you just get involved in the chat and get involved in talking about art, whatever you're into, music, writing, movies, whatever it could be. Could be world politics, whatever's fine, doesn't matter. Um, Anyways, sorry it's been so long since we did the last video, but I've been really trying to tempo this part of the novel because it has to be a bit precise. It has to be a little bit different than part one, which you can catch all the reading of part one on my channel. I have a playlist for the Flower Maker Part 1. This is the Flower Maker Part 2 playlist, where we're reading through each chapter as I kind of come along with them. Sometimes it's not always the whole chapter that we read, it's just whatever I've written. And so we finished through chapter 5 the last time. And chapter 5 was the Shadow Realm and the God beside itself. And sort of that's why we're pacing ourselves with this. There's a lot of ideas we want to work through as the artist is making his way up the street. He's got his own story to tell. He's got the story of all the people around him to tell. He's got his eventual, art show or at the end of the day that we're looking forward to. He's telling a tale about history of the world. He's telling a tale about his life. And he also, of course, has the flower maker, beekeeper, scientist concept with the mansion and the flower growing in the greenhouse, which is an idea that he's been thinking about all day. And so for those of you that have been following along and been waiting for us to get back into the mansion, this is a chapter for you. I've been pacing it out. I mean, we're almost halfway through this notebook, and we really haven't dabbled with going back into the beekeeper's story, and we're going to start touching on that again in this reading. So thank you very much for everyone for tuning in, liking, and subscribing. I don't see anybody in the chat yet, but you'll tune in. I don't want to do too much talking at the beginning, for people that are trying to listen to it as a reading series. We got one person that just popped in. I'll say hi to them. Alejandra, hello, welcome. And we're going to get the reading series going right now. So again, this is the Flower Maker Part 2, written by Brent Norrie. I'm Brent Norrie. This is Blurred Lens Pictures channel. Please like and subscribe. And we are up to Chapter 6, The Budding Pathway. It's a joke on art itself, the flower. Who dares paint one? How silly to think you could do what it can do, simply with an image, a hollow construct of the thing that exceeds so much in terms of pure innocent beauty. The flower construct can create so many themes in circumstances and events and perception. It has a power. Have you been to a funeral? In the waiting in line to see the body of a loved one of your time, did you not get some elegant, abstract, almost absurd comfort for fleeting moments in the many or not many flowers present? The god has a job to do, and so do I. The flowers are for so many things, and so is mine. Once they see it, you see, once they know of it, they'll see its power, the scientist said to the beekeeper while slowly flicking the constant spinning of the little globe which sat before him on his desk. They're starting to ask questions. Yes, the mystery was unraveling inside the artist's mind all this time. Something had happened outside the mansion as the beekeeper had first approached on that day. He would finally encounter the flower in the greenhouse, before he'd come to the study and spoke with the doctor. The beekeeper had been walking along the driveway path beside the courtyard wall, which enclosed the greenhouse, and the beekeeper noticed a strange smell emanating from some contraption of an exhaust pipe protruding from the wall. It was a very distinct smell, like that of a dead animal. The beekeeper also noticed the grass where the particles from the fumes would consistently strike, made a thick line of undefinable floral buds, and the line of buds was sprouting before his eyes into the distance. There was a moment there when the beekeeper was amazed. He was almost transfixed. Had he fallen for the spell then, he wouldn't have been prepared for what's to follow, and he would have been lost to the dust of gods. But he was a Homeric hero in a sense, and he couldn't lose in the first step if we were to have a journey to the greenhouse. And so he understood that something had been up all along anyways, and proceeded towards the front entrance, where he encountered two men in suits, engaged in phone conversations, walking by and entering their black-tinted windowed SUVs of American make. There had been no signs of Maris when he entered the house. He could only smell her. In another sense, maybe, like when you know something is close or happening near you, but you can't quite tell. Music from the other room, the artist had called it in his most recent solo musical endeavor of failure. A frequency coming from somewhere else that you can't make out for sure. What are you missing in the story going on there? It's a lacuna. Yes, yes, yeses, and no, no, nos. I must get back to it. Think further on the mystery, if it isn't solved yet. But now I've built it up to destroy it for sure. Can I make it like this, or should it be far from it? These people before me and their lives, what does it mean to be them? Are they thinking something alike or akin to me and what seems important? Do they think it's weird that we're all here all the time that we're here? When surrounded by people, there's an awe that is simple. There's a comfort in few. To be truly comfortable around all people, you'd have to be a real sociopath. There was more to learn from Hamlet than an action movie. Why didn't he win in the end? Why didn't he act accordingly when prompted by a ghost? Oh, he was human. And it would have been crazy for him to have acted right away, and so set the downfall in inaction, delay of one's ambitions. Will women settle for just enough ambition, though? Or do we have to rule the world? Not very effeminate, but maybe it is. It's hard to tell because of the world we've built of owning things. And women were slaves in it too. And so protection plays a big game, as it does generally for all creatures. But innocence, again, is a game the devil plays with God. The devil found out its most precious resource in the infinite was innocence. In all its essence, especially its most elaborate form, the human mind. One has to hope the soul is given a body strong enough to survive and grow. All right, end of chapter 6. Thank you, everyone, for tuning in. We got some people in the chat. How's your day going? Pretty good. Isaac. Okay, I'll call you that, man. Thank you. Oops, think I just ripped the center part, or I don't know, fold it over. And we also got Emerali. Thanks for tuning in. Appreciate all y'all for coming in the chat. Let me just scroll through. Okay, cool. Again, this is Blurred Lens Pictures. I'm Brent Norrie. Appreciate y'all if you like and subscribe. This is just a little series that we do, or that I'm doing on my channel. But again, I can say we when we do the live video. A lot of different stories and art, Isaac. And so there's like documentaries on this channel. There's also comedy skits. There's plays that I've written. A lot of my writings are on here. Personally, right now, I'm engaged in writing this novel right here, The Flower Maker Part 2. And we do this live reading series whenever new chapters come in. And so those of you who show up, you're getting this as it's coming out. And of course, you can go back through the playlist and rewatch any of these videos. I try and keep them as quick as I can, sticking to the written material, but of course it's fun to engage with everybody that's in the chat that shows up too as well. That always gets me to sidetrack myself a little bit, which is cool. Thank you everyone again for tuning in. Appreciate y'all and hope you have a great day. Thank you.